All right, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to VR Revelations. Welcome. It is the year of our Lord 2024, July 30th. It's pretty late right now, and we have breaking news. Israel just killed a top leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, in Tehran, the capital of Iran. So this is a major development. This guy was a top official there in the political scene, in Iran. Of course, he was a top chief of Hamas, and within a couple of hours, Israel killed a top official of Hezbollah in Beirut, I believe, and now we have breaking news that apparently Iran is claiming it was an airstrike that killed Ismail Haniyeh, which was carried out by Israel. Now, this is pretty incredible. First of all, because Israel literally just killed this top official in the capital of Iran, showing them that they're not safe anywhere, not even in the capital. And secondly, because this could develop into an all-out war, right? A declaration of war by Iran and Hezbollah. Now, of course, Israel has been facing Hamas, right? But for example, Hezbollah, they're an actual army, right? They have hundreds of thousands of missiles, and Iran as well. So they're a far more formidable foe than a militia like Hamas, right? Now, will Iran declare war? I don't believe so. Again, Israel is carrying out these strikes inside of Iran, taking out these top officials, knowing that this could be a cause of a major war, but it looks like they're estimating that Iran is not willing to go to war. And let's just be honest, it's because Israel has nuclear weapons, right? And it's pretty difficult to, declare war on an army that has nuclear weapons, especially when you don't have any, right? It could lead to the complete destruction of your nation. Or at the very least, if you do have nuclear weapons, it's mutually assured destruction. So on top of that, we know that Israel has the backing of the U.S. and Iran, for example. They don't have that same support from, let's say, Russia or China, right? So anyways, I was trying to cover this breaking news through a live video, but I was having some connection issues there. So sorry about that if anybody watched that. But let's go ahead and jump right into it here. This is via the Associated Press. It says, Hamas says its leader, Ismail Haniyeh, sorry if I'm mispronouncing his last name, was assassinated in Tehran by an Israeli airstrike. So here you can see them. I believe this is actually a picture from today. It says, in this photo released by Iranian Presidency Office, President Masoud Pezeshkian, right, shakes hands with Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh at the start of their meeting at the president's office in Tehran, Iran, Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. So yes, he went to the, the inauguration of the new president of Iran here. He attended the ceremonies. You can see they're both smiling here, probably telling each other at that time, how much they hate Israel. Little did he know he would be dead later on that day, which is today, which is pretty crazy, right? But let's go ahead and read here. It says, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in Iran after attending the inauguration of the country's new president, Iran and the militant group said early Wednesday. Hamas blamed an Israeli airstrike for the death of the head of the Palestinian militant group's political bureau. or Bureau. Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard said it was investigating the attack and did not say how it occurred. Israel has vowed to kill Haniyeh and other leaders of Hamas over the group's October 7th attack on Israel that killed 1,200 people and saw some 250 others taken hostage. An Israeli military spokesman did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Israel often doesn't comment on assassinations carried out by its Mossad intelligence agency. Hamas said Haniyeh was killed in a Zionist airstrike on his residence in Tehran, the capital of Iran. So Israel is showing here that they're not safe anywhere, right? And they're not scared of Iran, declaring war, obviously. It says, after he attended the swearing in of Iran's president Masoud Pezeshkian on Tuesday, remember Iran's former president actually died in a plane crash, which that was pretty crazy itself, along with other Hamas officials and officials from Hezbollah and allied groups. Hamas declares to the great Palestinian people and the people of the Arab and Islamic nations and all the free people of the world, brother leader Ismail Haniyeh a martyr, Hamas said in its terse statement. In another statement, the group quoted Haniyeh as saying that the Palestinian cause has costs, and we are ready for these costs, martyrdom for the sake of Palestine, and for the sake of God Almighty, and for the sake of the dignity of this nation. Hamas officials did not immediately respond to requests for further comment. In the West Bank, the international-backed Palestinian president Mahmoud Abbas condemned Haniyeh's killing, calling it a cowardly act and dangerous development. Political factions in the occupied territory called for strikes and protests at the killing. Now, of course, we previously saw a response from Iran when they launched dozens of drones at Israel, which some did get through the Iron Dome system. But that was more like sort of a show of what Iran is able to do, right, with their drones. But again, it really didn't lead to much. If you remember at that time, Iran actually warned Israel that this attack was coming. They sort of telegraphed the attack. And really, Iran has been showing that, they're sort of unwilling to declare war on Israel or go to war with Israel. And again, it's no mystery. It's because Israel does have nuclear weapons. They have more formidable technology when it comes to weapons of war. On top of that, they have the backing of the U.S. So it's pretty understandable that Iran is apprehensive, of declaring war against Israel, even though Israel is carrying out these crazy strikes on, top officials now, as we see inside of the capital. You can imagine this would be like Russia carrying out a strike on a top Ukrainian official who was visiting Washington, D.C., right? Like if Russia launched a missile at Washington, D.C. to kill a top Ukrainian official, the U.S. would probably declare war, first of all, for the missile being launched inside of U.S. territory, and it would just, make international news, right? Well, this is what Israel's doing, but, they feel confident that it won't escalate into an all-out war because they're perceiving Iran as too weak to do just that, right? So anyways, this is trending all over social media right now. If we go to X, formerly known as Twitter, we go to the trending tab here. It's trending number 1 in the United States here. So let's go ahead and check out a couple of the tweets. We see here this account says, when Israel murdered his sons and grandchildren, Ismail Haniyeh remained calm and asked God to have mercy on them. Haniyeh and his family have been in danger for decades. They paid the ultimate price in the name of Palestinian liberation. May it not be in vain. So, of course, that is showing support there for or condolences for his death. We also have this other account here. And these are the top posts, by the way, too. When Israel, okay, that's the same one we just saw. We have the Syrian girl here. Breaking, Israel has assassinated the Prime Minister of Gaza, Ismail Haniyeh, after slaughtering his children and grandchildren. You can see here this man's grandchildren there. Again, guys, you know, what Hamas did on October 7th was horrible and sort of instigated this. But as I've said before, you know, Israel, the Hebrews, the Jews, they believe in eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. In this case, you know, they haven't been acting or living according to that, right? You know, Hamas, figuratively speaking, knocked out a tooth from Israel's mouth, but Israel has pretty much cut off their arms and legs, right? Over, you know, thousands of civilians dead and children. So, you know, you have to tell it how it is, right? Israel is, you know, they defended themselves, but they've gone way overboard, and now, you know, they have a bloodlust. It looks like, and it's honestly it's pretty surprising how much Iran and these you know, perceived enemies of Israel are holding back. It's pretty surprising, but not that much, again, because, to be honest, I believe they are afraid of Israel's nuclear weapons. You see Jackson Hinkle here. First, the Zionists killed Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh's grandchildren. Then they killed his children. Then they killed Haniyeh himself. Israel is a terrorist state. Another post by him, of course. Jackson Hinkle is a loud, you know, critic of Israel and of Ukraine. He's been banned on a lot of platforms, but that is something I will give to Elon Musk. He is allowing him on this platform here, and so we have another. Yeah, they're pretty much sharing a lot of, you know, about his children being killed. That's horrible, guys. That is terrible. May Allah have mercy on Ismail Haniyeh's soul. Breaking, Yemeni Houthi official statement on Ismail Haniyeh assassination. Netanyahu returned from America with a green light for assassinations. America is involved in everything that is happening and must pay the price. Well, he is right about that. He probably did receive the green light for all of this, and that's the only reason why they're so daring, right? I mean, if you're killing somebody in another country's capital, that's a reason for war right there. But they know the U.S. is backing them, and, you know, Iran doesn't really have that type of support, again, from like Russia and China. So, yeah, you can see it's trending all over X right now, all over social media. Now, this has the potential, again, to evolve into an all-out war, right? And, you know, I don't think it will, but I think escalations are coming. I believe that Iran will look to retaliate. The people, the leaders there, will put pressure on the government to retaliate. And you know, this, we definitely have to keep an eye out on this. Yeah, this is pretty crazy news right now. More videos showing there. All right, anyways, that's going to be it for this, guys. I just wanted to give a quick report on that. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you leave your comments down below. Make sure you give the video a like, and make sure you subscribe for future content. And remember, the truth is stranger than fiction. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.